Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the Pitch Perfect webinar. My name is Effie Bersu. I am the founder of Growth Girls, a growth marketing agency based in London. Many of our clients are startups, hence this webinar, but we also have many clients who are multinational organizations. In my opinion, what we are going to talk about today can be applied in every single presentation you will do. The only difference sometimes with pitching is that your life depends on it, or your startup's life depends on it. So it can be extra stressful. But other than that, I think it's useful to everyone. I know that many of the people in the audience are startuppers, and many of you are just starting out. So if it's your first time pitching, or soon it will be your first time pitching, let me welcome you to this amazing world of fun and opportunities and a little bit of stress. Today with me, I will have Yulia Malisaki. She is a professional stylist and a styling coach. She will give you ideas on what to wear and how to dress for the big event, how to dress for success. And also Alexandra Kafka. She is the CEO and co-founder of Urban Yoga Lab. She will give you advice on how to prepare both mentally and physically for the big event. So let's dive into the exciting world of pitching. To start with, I wanted to give you an introduction about what I am going to talk about. So first of all, as of recently, I am also an investor. So I have had the opportunity to play both roles, both the person who is presenting and the person who is in the audience, ready to be convinced about, business ideas. And what I have to say is that today I'm going to give you my advice based on my personal experience. I wanted to focus on things that one cannot Google. So I'm pretty sure other people can give you the same advice, but I've noticed that when you Google for pitching advice, most of the information um, will be about, how to create your pitching deck, how, many slides it should include, things like that. Today, I want to talk about the things that are often overlooked. So first things first, what is very important is to create a dream team. Select your teammates very carefully. That, of course, applies if you are a team. I know there are some lonely wolves out there, which is great, but, very soon you may have some team members that will also present with you. So when you are selecting who is going to be on the stage with you, make sure you have done your research about the audience you are presenting to. If you are anticipating very deep technical questions, make sure you have your CTO with you if you're not in a position to answer these questions, so your CTO will be able to answer them. Also, a factor is also the personality of your teammates. Some people are better at presenting, some are not this good. So, you need to have this, to take this under consideration, because the last thing you want to do is to share the stage with someone and one of you does all the talking and the other person is just standing there. That's awkward for everyone. It's not only for you, it's also for the audience. It's awkward to look at. But also, the first thing that comes to mind when this happens is that there are weird dynamics within the team. So, many of the cases, startup teams come with drama, and no one wants to work with a team that has drama, that has tension. It's not fun to work with them, and you feel like, the structure of the company is not very solid. So you don't want to give this idea. So make sure everyone has an active role. Just what is very important here is to highlight that you're not only presenting your business idea, you're actually presenting and selling yourself and your amazing team. VCs may want to support you personally as a founder and not fund your idea. In my experience, connections that come from VCs can be pure gold and sometimes more important than funding. So don't miss this opportunity. Really make your best effort to sell yourself and your team. Tip number 2, get ready for the questions. Most of the times, all of us focus on the presentation and the pitch deck and practice it, and then once we're done presenting, we say, okay, mission completed, and we relax. And then the questions begin. And many of the times, the questions can be very, very challenging. They can be very detailed. Like I said, they can be very deep, technically speaking. So one, be psychologically prepared, mentally prepared for the questions time. Don't be afraid of the challenging questions. What I always say is see it as a positive thing, because if people are interested in your idea, they will ask for more information. Whereas if they're not interested, they will ask nothing. So see it as a positive thing and be prepared for them. Make a list with all the possible questions you may receive and be prepared to answer them. Now, there is a chance that you will create this list and a question comes and it's not in your list. So, this can happen. The case is very rare, but this can happen. So if that happens, something that I've seen other people do, and I find it very smart, is they start with saying, that's a great question. And you can tell that they're not ready to answer it. So for me, that's a very good thing to do, because one, it shows that you are very confident, because I can tell that they don't know the answer, but they're not losing it. They're saying, they're very confident. They say that's a positive thing. They show that they like a challenge. They like a good challenge. And at the same time, what you do with that is that you are buying yourself time, so you get some time to think about what you're going to answer. Tip number 3, be there early. And when I'm saying early, I don't mean on time. I mean earlier than on time. Be there early and be ready to rock and roll all the surprises. Because if you're presenting a lot of times, many of the times there will be surprises. You cannot avoid the surprises. But if you are ready for them, that's fine. You can welcome them. They say the early bird gets the worm, and in this case, the early bird gets the perfect pitch. So go there, get comfortable with the environment, get the Wi-Fi code, open your laptop, connect it to electricity, charge it. What you will find that happens very often, because for some reason, I don't know, but very often your laptop will decide to update suddenly at the worst time. If you know, you know. I'm sure it has happened to a lot of you. So make sure this doesn't happen when you're going to present. Have all your devices fully charged. Bring adapters, especially if you have no idea where you're going to present. Are you going to connect your laptop to a bigger screen? Are you going to connect it to a projector? Be prepared for all possible scenarios. Have your pitch deck. That's a very important one, guys. Have your pitch deck in more than one places. Have it stored on your laptop, in the cloud, and also carry it with you in a memory stick. Something may happen to your laptop. You don't want to to lose your presentation along with your laptop. So again, be prepared for all possible surprises. Another very important thing is to always have your presentation in a PDF format. PDFs can play well in all of the devices, whereas PowerPoint, Keynote, that's not the same. It's not the case. So always have it in a PDF format, and have all your passwords handy. You may need any of your passwords, so have them somewhere. And last but not least, make sure your live demo, if you're planning to show one, plays and does its job when it must. Tip number 4, keep it simple. I know you are excited about your business idea. I am excited about my ideas. We're all excited. And we think they are unique. And we've done, and we found things that no one else has found, even though I hate to break it to you, but that's rarely the case. But in any case, I know you're very excited. What we do, many of us have done before, is we overcomplicate things, and we're trying to use all the difficult terms just to show that we are very knowledgeable and we've done all our research. That's the wrong thing to do, because if it can get tiring very fast, and if people get bored, they stop paying attention, and that's pretty much the end. A very nice trick that I often do is I present first to someone who is outside the industry, like it can be your mother or a friend, and if they understand everything, then I'm good to go. I suggest you do the same. It's a very nice trick. Tip number 5, make eye contact. I know this doesn't come naturally to many of you. Many of startup founders are shy and an introvert. That's true for many of us. And I think that eye contact is something you can coach yourself to do. Just like I'm doing right now, I'm looking at the screen, but it's not the same thing looking at the camera, and looking at real people, look them in the eye. But in any case, I think you can train yourself. You can go to meetups, smaller scale audiences, and present your idea. Try to make eye contact, and soon you will have no issue with doing that. The last tip I want to share with you is also about what you do after you have pitched your idea, is to keep your word. If you said that you're going to send the pitch deck to everyone, do it. If you said that you're going to, present for 10 minutes, do it. Keep the time within the what you promised. Keep your promises. Do what you said you would do, because it's the first thing that people will pay attention to. It shows that you are disciplined in the way you work and you keep your promises, again, like I said. So that's it from me. I hope you found all my advice useful. Coming up next is Yulia Malisaki. She will give you ideas on what to wear. And thank you very much.
I guess we could start by stating the obvious. It doesn't matter if you follow fashion or if style is something that is out of your zone of interest. Appearance does matter, especially when we talk about first impression. Studies show that changing a bad first impression takes 10 times more effort than creating a new one. So when pitching your idea to possible investors, eventually you will be judged based on the value of your idea. But why not give yourself a really good head start by dressing in a smart way to present it? So either you are taking part in a pitching competition or you have a private meeting with your possible investors, you want to stay on the casual side of things. Nobody expects you to wear a suit, but it doesn't mean that everything goes either. So don't wear a mini skirt with flip-flops or ripped baggy jeans. Underdressing in this way may make you look ignorant. In general, you want to be looking a bit more professional than your typical jeans, t-shirt and sneakers combination, but not in a way that will make you feel uncomfortable or out of place. You need to strike a balance between dressing appropriately for your age, nobody expects you to wear a blazer if you're 20 years old, and the amount of investment you are looking to get. When stakes go higher, you are expected to take things more seriously and dress appropriately. In general, you want to be a little bit more dressed up for a private meeting than for a pitching competition. If you are a young startup owner, it's almost expected of you to wear a t-shirt with your company's logo on it. It's really up to you if you want to go this way. Obviously, it provides some marketing value because you will be a walking advertisement of your own company. However, it has been done before, so it's really up to you if you want to do this. In this case, I would recommend combining the t-shirt with some trousers which are more dressy, so some classic trousers, and make sure you choose the pair that really fits you well and flatters your body type. This way you will still feel comfortable, but you will look much more put together. You should also take into consideration the category of your startup and your personality. So if you are pitching a fashion brand or a sport-related product, obviously you would like to incorporate some items of this type into your outfit. Although if you're a tech person, probably don't wear a blazer. It will just not look right on you. For the rest of the startup community, I would recommend to stick into some basic neutral dress code. Fit is important, so make sure to invest in few items of clothing that look really good on you. So no stretched out jeans or baggy hoodies. If you go for jeans, I would recommend a straight leg silhouette with a dark wash denim, because it always looks better. As for the tops, just make sure to select the option in a heavier fabric. There are some t-shirts in mass market that are made from very thin material, which is very flimsy and it sticks to your body all the time. You don't want that, so just make sure you go for a heavier cotton fabric when you select your t-shirts or your poplin shirts. Don't wear heels unless it's your thing and you feel really comfortable wearing them. There are several options of flat shoes which will look very nice on you while presenting your business idea. Those options are loafers, Oxfords, some ballet flats, even sneakers. Just make sure you don't go for some options which are too bright or have a heavy logo branding on them. If you feel comfortable wearing a dress or a skirt, it might be a good way to stand out. Just make sure not to go overboard with too romantic or feminine dresses. So no ruffles, no bell sleeves, no prints of any type, no flower prints especially. Same goes for high slits, body-hugging dresses, and definitely no evening wear. If you would like to wear a skirt, a mid-length is a nice length to select. Just make sure it doesn't end at the widest part of your leg. It should be shorter or longer. Keep in mind that materials like silk and satin tend to look more feminine. Same goes for pleated skirts. So if you would like to wear these options, just make sure to keep the rest of your outfit in more basic or even masculine mood. Meaning no heels, no red lips, no tops with ruffles and bell sleeves. Again, avoid high slits, skirts that are too tight, sequins and prints of any type. So how to form an outfit? Start with the basics. Put on the trousers that you select with some top and any option of shoes that we've mentioned before, loafers, ballet flats, Oxfords, etc. And look at yourself in the mirror. If you feel comfortable wearing that outfit, you can add few accessories. Start again with very simple ones, maybe a watch, glasses, especially if you wear glasses in your everyday life. By any means do wear them. It's a good way to attract attention to your face and eventually to what you are saying. Later on, if you still feel comfortable with your outfit, you can add some jewelry, but remember, nothing too flashy. You don't want any bracelets that will make noise when you move your hands, or very big earrings. Small studs or hoops are fine. So keep on adding and removing accessories until you find the balance when you feel like yourself and presentable. Makeup. If you don't wear makeup every day, now it's not a good time to start experimenting. But you could do the bare minimum. Just add some mascara and some blush and you will be okay. If you feel comfortable wearing a lipstick, do. It's a good way to attract attention to your face. A bold lip will always make them focus on what you're saying. Now let's go through some of the options that I've put together for you. The first option we have here, it's a straight dark wash denim jeans and some simple poplin short in light blue with a loafer. It's an appropriate and safe combination, and you can add or remove any accessories depending on how you feel. You can always change the shirt to any other type of top. It can be a t-shirt or any long sleeve. The second and the third option with the same blazer, you can see you can either put any fitted or semi-fitted top underneath the blazer. I wouldn't pair it with a shirt because it looks too stuffy and a little bit old-fashioned for me. So you can choose any fitted top. It doesn't have to be a body like here, but it can be anything. The same goes for the t-shirt. It can be a t-shirt with your brand logo on it. If you don't want to wear a blazer, but you still want to incorporate your t-shirt with the logo of your company, I would recommend pairing it with some classic trousers like presented here, and again some of the shoes options that we've talked about. This way the whole outfit will look much more presentable yet quite relaxed. Again, you can add or remove any accessories depending on the way you feel. For a dress or a skirt option, make sure to select the right kind of dress. It needs to be a day dress, nothing too body hugging and nothing from evening wear. So here are some options of what I've selected. And I wouldn't pair dress or skirt in general with heels because for me it's a bit too feminine. As for the skirt, I would recommend a midi length skirt like one presented here, and you can pair it with some polo shirt on top. It will look nice together. Color wise, you don't want to go to any bright colors. You don't want anything that will distract from your peach. So I would recommend sticking to a neutral and quite classic palette, including navy, light blues, camel, black, brown, etc. All these colors are pleasing to the eye and look great together. So, baseline, you need to be wearing something that will be comfortable enough not to distract you from your peach, and yet you need to be looking presentable and matching your personality and your age. This is it from me. I hope I've given you some ideas on what to wear for your peach. I wish you good luck.
Thank you, Julia, for your presentation. It was very interesting. It was very inspiring. For me, it has always been, I never think about what to wear. And then the night before, I'm starting to think, am I dressed as I should? Or am I too casual or not? So your presentation will be very useful to me. Now coming up, Alexandra Kafka, CEO and co-founder of Urban Yoga Lab. She will give us advice on how to prepare physically and mentally for the big event. Welcome, Alexandra.
So, hi everyone. Welcome to this section of this wonderful webinar, which is all about how do we actually prepare ourselves to pitch to investors, and how do we prepare ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally. So my own thinking as I was preparing kind of this part of the webinar was that I was thinking that what actually is the number one thing that is the most important before, a day before, a couple of hours before our final pitch. I was thinking about this, right? It is focus. It is igniting our focus, improving concentration and clarity before we go and meet our future investors. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexandra Kafka. I'm the CEO and founder of Oxygen, which is an employee well-being platform. And I'm here today to share with you some of my most kind of favorite tips when it comes to enhancing focus and concentration. So Buddha once said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. So my intention for today is to help you cultivate leisure kind of focus in the midst of distractions, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of uncertainty, because this is exactly what we needed the most. So we are going to practice a breathwork exercise, a guided meditation, and an amazing kind of physical mindfulness hack that can help you to enhance focus and concentration. So let's learn together how we can actually sharpen our attention and how we can harness the power of deep concentration. So those are all practical techniques that you can practice anytime, anywhere, regardless how experienced you are in this world of mindfulness or well-being or wellness practices. So these techniques are all about learning how to navigate through mental clutter, through distractions, as I said before, and to maintain a clear yet alert state of mind. So I want to start with our first tip for this webinar, and this is a mantra. What is a mantra and why it's a powerful thing to use just before an important event? So a mantra is a sacred word, a phrase, or a sound that we keep repeating over and over again. And it's like a soundtrack, right? So what it does, it becomes the focal awareness, the focal point to cultivate mindfulness. It becomes something like an anchor where we get distracted into the negative thinking, the toxic thoughts, the self-sabotaging kind of thought patterns. We know that we can always go back to this phrase so we can refocus. And mantras are often used as part of a meditation practice, but can be used as part of mental preparation kind of practice. And when we actually combine mantras with mudras, mudras are just hand gestures that when we practice those gestures, they help us to enhance focus and concentration even more, so enhance the effects of mantras and mudras because they work together in combination. So mudras are believed to channel and direct or redirect energy flow in our body. So we're going to practice both for the very beginning of this webinar. Now, the mudra we'll practice today is one of my most favorite mudras, and it is called Hakini Mudra, which actually helps us to boost memory, helps us to revitalize brain energy, and brings a kind of a clear-headedness, calmness. So you start in a comfortable position. You can be in a seated position like I am here right now. You can be in a seated cruise-like position. You can even lying on your back, that's perfectly fine. And what we actually do is we lightly touch each fingertip together with its opposite kind of hand counterpart, just like this, right? And once we do that, we just let the hands just to move away from each other, the middle of our palms, and we stay here, just like this. As you do this, we just bring the hands and the part just in front of the part of the body we feel like we need to focus more. Is it our mental clarity? Is it emotional clarity? Is it our connection with our gut instinct? So we bring them a little bit lower. It's completely up to you. And as we do this, we imprint the tongue on the roof of the mouth as we breathe in and release as we breathe out. Very simple, okay? So we're gonna inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, and that will help us to experience the illuminating effects of the Hakini Mudra. Now, as we do this with the eyes closed, breathing in slowly and breathing out mindfully, at the same time, we're gonna practice our mantra for today. So mantra for today is, I direct my energy towards what truly matters. Okay, so let's just join me and let's practice together. So close your eyes, relax the shoulders, relax the back of the neck. And when you're ready, start breathing in through the nostril, all the way down to the belly for 3, for 2, and 1. Exhale through the nose for 3, for 2, for 1. Do this for another 4 to 5 rounds as you keep repeating yourself mentally the words, I direct my energy. And exhale towards what truly matters. Slow, long, deep breath in. I direct my energy. Exhale, let go towards what truly matters. One last breath in. I direct my energy towards what truly matters. With the next inhalation, bring your hands on the top of your thighs, hands facing upwards. And now we're going to practice one of my most favorite breathing techniques if you want to be leisure focused during your beach day. And it is called the box breathing technique, or the 60 seconds to calm. So the key in this breathing is that it actually helps us to rebalance our nervous system. And it's a breathing technique that has been used by everyone from Navy SEAL commandos to nurses and doctors, people who actually do very high stress jobs. And it helps them to reduce the cortisol levels that they get to be increased when we are in the fight or flight mode. So it helps us to recenter ourselves, improves concentration. Of course, it can heighten our performance. This is why many athletes use this breathing technique as well. And it can also be a powerful stress reliever. So the more you practice, of course, the sooner you will see the benefits. And the reason I love it is because it brings this calmness in the mind, and you can practice from anywhere, anytime. It can be in the taxi, the bus, the train. So it's a great thing to do if you want to declutter your thoughts, if you want to sharpen your concentration. So just follow me and actually do just two simple things. We are going to just breathe in as I guide you step by step. And the next thing is that I want you to invite you to stay still with your eyes closed. So imagine that there is a box right in front of the solar plexus, right here. And you want to inhale for 4. You want to pause for 4. You want to exhale for 4. And hold for 4 again. So let's get started. You don't need to count. I'll count for you. Don't worry about it. Just relax and close your eyes. When you're ready, inhale for 4. Inhale for 3. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back to your normal, effortless, automatic breathing. So my recommendation to you is, some of you might already experience the benefits, but my recommendation is that you practice for a few more rounds, because that will help you to sharpen your concentration, increase attention span, can help you to minimize all the unwanted distractions. So then next practice, it is a tensing up exercise. Normally we practice our entire body. We tense up certain muscles of the entire body. But today, just because of the time limitations, we are going to focus just in the area of our hands. So what I will ask you to do is to slowly take a deep breath in, and just you close your hands and you squeeze and you press as much as you can, and you hold it for 3 seconds. So it's like a nice tensing up exercise. And then I will ask you to actually release and let go, right? And open your hands energetically. So don't worry if you cannot isolate just the micro muscles, the micro little muscles around your hands, and you might tense up here and here. That's perfectly fine. The more you practice, the more you learn how to isolate certain muscle groups. So and as we progress, the easier it will get. Okay, so you just bring your hands on the top of your knees, and when you're ready, inhale for 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 3, 2, 1. Now, as you inhale, close your hands and tense the muscles. Just keep just your hands as closed as possible for 3, for 2, for 1. And now exhale, and simultaneously, as fast as you can, exhale, open your hands and release for 3, for 2, for 1. And now close your hands. We're going to do the same thing for 2 more rounds. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Close your hands into 2 fists as strong as possible. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and exhale, release for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, tighten, and close for 3, for 2, for 1. Feel the intensity here. Concentrate on that feeling, and now exhale and letting all the pressure run out of your hand. With the next inhalation, slowly and gently bring your hands in the area of your heart center, one hand over the other with the eyes closed. Stay for a few moments and just repeat to yourself mentally. I direct my energy towards what truly matters. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being with me. As I've said before, you can find more of the practices we offer at Oxygen or at Urban Yoga Lab. So you can find us online at www.urbanyogalab.com or www.oxyzen, so it's oxyzen.net. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Alexandra Kafka, K-A-F-K-A. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, please don't just hesitate. Just feel free to connect with me. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your energy. And I'm wishing you a day full of focus, concentration, and intention. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, the rest of the day, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, Alexandra. That was very, very interesting coming from you, who is an expert. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you for staying through the full Pitch Perfect webinar, although it was more like a relaxed talk. Hopefully you had your coffee with you or some water. I know I had mine, like the full thing. It's 2 liters, and that I'm drinking every day to stay hydrated. In any case, we're very happy for you, very happy for your startup adventure. Go out there, rock that pitch, and show the world what you're made of. Good luck. And remember to always enjoy the ride. That's the important thing. Best of luck. Bye.